February 2nd, 2024, chatting in Coco Curry House. Today was a pretty nice time overall. We started off the day with meeting some friends near where I stay, luckily, which made it super easy. The place we went to is called Katsugyu Kyoto Ekimae, and it serves a dish which I believe is called gyukatsu, which is one of my favorite meals in Kyoto overall. Although I still think the one in Tokyo is better, the one that's called gyokatsu moto mora, which hopefully I'll have tomorrow. Anyways, we had an exam at school, which was overall like okay. I don't think I did like poorly, neither was I like super confident with every single answer, but I feel like I make a lot of oversights. Like for the kanji tests so far, I've been getting like 92, 94. The one that we got back is like 98. So I make little mistakes here and there. Ones that I just had no idea that were mistakes. Like it wasn't uncertainty, it was more so just like I overlooked adding like a hiragana character after the kanji, something small like that. So we'll see about the exam, but overall class was chill. I think for me, I'm just past the phase where I get nervous about exams or care that much about the scores, because in the end it's really about how much you know and learn in terms of the language and your goals with the language. So for me, it's mainly speaking and listening, like I've been mentioning a lot, and the test overall doesn't really deal with much speaking and listening. So for me, it's not really an exam that I care too much about. So I ended up just studying maybe like an hour or so for it, primarily because I get extremely bored while studying. I think I need a study buddy. That is something I mentioned the first time that I would try to do, but I guess didn't get around to doing it. So definitely will for the next time. But after school, I didn't necessarily have any set plans, but some friends were going to Coco Curry and they invited me to come, which I was grateful for. It was just 4 of us this time around, which made it a lot easier for us to just talk about things in a deeper way. I got to share more about myself and just how I see things, why I like making connections, a lot of random things that I find fun to talk about. And there's also one new friend that I made that I really enjoy being around. I think she's one of the most unique and positive human beings I've ever met. And I was very impressed by her. I'd like to share something that she did that really inspired me. I am hesitant though, because I don't really like the topic of gossip or anything like that. And I do feel like me sharing it is a little borderline gossip, but hopefully I think the end result is worth it. So I'm the type of person that really looks for good qualities in people. I tend to not care too much if somebody is quiet or on the weirder side or just unconventional. Everyone has their own life story. Everyone has their own personality. I like to be welcoming to everyone. So when we formed friend groups and events and plans and all that stuff, we invite everyone, but not necessarily everyone has like that good energy. Sometimes there are those that exude a bit more of like a negative energy and a negative feel, and it does bring people down sometimes. Sometimes things are said that makes people feel bad or hurt, and this was definitely a case. I'm being very vague as much as possible because I don't want to enter that sort of gossip area. And there was a discussion about it, and for me, my sort of philosophy was to let it be. It's sort of like a natural consequence. If someone is overall negative, people will naturally not want to be around them as much. And it's up to the person to realize that and see like, why are these people not really interacting with me as much? Is it something that I'm doing? And hopefully through that they can see and change or understand that there are reasons why what they're doing is making other people feel more distant. But my new friend that I think is wonderful, she was able to actually like, she didn't like my philosophy or the doing nothing or staying away or like kicking them out. There's just so many choices and so many ways to deal with people who exude a lot of negative energy. But for her, despite like all of us being very new friends and despite the fact that it's very easy to just, form new friends and stuff like that and not talk to like the people that you don't want to talk to, she still decided to talk with those that gave off that energy. And she came, and the way she described it was very, very natural. Like the conversation, asking if anything is wrong, just really, really trying to get at why the person is acting the way they are. And coming from a place with like a good heart, showing empathy and trying to understand. And this was also despite the fact that she was someone who felt that negativity a lot. Like it was not just like a passive thing. There were things that were said that were very, very mean to her. But it's just crazy to me that she's still able to muster up that care and compassion. And things have gotten a lot better afterwards too. So because of what she did, the end result is that everyone is still included and the negativity is just gone for the most part. I know I definitely butchered this story because I'm trying to be vague, but I just found what she did to be very, very inspirational, to the point where if this ever happens again in my life, I would like to be like her and do what she did, not just let the natural consequences happen and all the stuff I believed in before, but actually be active about it and asking those questions and being compassionate and really trying to solve the problem. Anyways, after that story, we just talked a lot about random stuff about each other and some things that have happened, just personal things, and I found the conversation to be really, really enjoyable. I think a lot of my hangouts in Japan so far with my new friends have been big groups, so we haven't had this opportunity, but it reminds me that hanging out in smaller groups is really nice and very helpful with talking about things with a little bit less pressure and eyes on you. But anyways, that was pretty much it for this day. Not too much to it other than the nice bonding experiences and the contents of it, which definitely had today's lesson. So I'll end there. Catch you guys in the next one.